Hey everyone. Hey sisters. It's your favorite bitches.
Hey guys, it's your favorite bitches, Yapville. We're your hosts, Taryn.
And Amanda.
And welcome to episode 27, guys. Creeping up on 30 here.
Just like my age.
Can we get some snaps? Can we get some followers on the social media?
Hope everyone's having a good week.
I hope by the time this comes out, my cough is gone.
I want to tell you about a movie I watched. It's called Opus. It has Ayo.
The girl from...
The bear.
Yeah, I always want to call that show Chef. I couldn't get into that movie,
Chef.
but...
I loved The Bear. The Bear was so good. But I can't say her last name. Ayo Brady. I love her. She is really good in the movie, but the movie is, I think you would love it. It's like Get Out, Midsummer, and Blink Twice all in one movie. But it's like
Blink
gay.
Twice.
Blink Twice is the one on the island. Remember, you watched it.
I know, I've watched... Oh, Blink Twice. Yes, that was a good one.
Yep. I think you would like it. It's called Opus. It's Opus.
I've saw a preview for it. Yeah, I do want to see this. And
It's for the girls and the gays, I feel like.
Companion is getting really close to being free on streaming.
Oh,
I think sometime in April. I'm so excited.
It's really good. I gave it 4.5 stars. I've been trying to get a little more critical with my letterbox and being better because I give everything 4 fucking stars. And I'm like, okay, I need to be a little more critical.
Oh, I watched a movie this week and I thought that my review was funny. I think all my friends watched it before me. Strange Darling.
Yep.
I did not like it.
Why?
It's just too much
Nikki
gore.
didn't like it.
Yeah, too much gore.
Nikki said that it made her hate women.
I saw her. Yep, I saw her review. That guy was fucking hot though. Spoiler alerts.
The guy that was like chasing her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my my review of the movie, my review comment was,
Let me look. Butter, blood, and bear spray. You gave it 4.5 stars though. You didn't like it? 3.5.
yeah, like, I mean, I liked it enough. I just didn't like how much gore was in it.
I don't even remember it being that gory.
I mean, I just don't like, I only really like thriller, psychological, scary stuff, ghosts popping out at you. I like hate any, like, the sight of gore.
Oh, I love gore.
I hate it.
Don't watch The Monkey because there's a lot of gore in that. Like overly excessive gore.
Is it like campy gore?
Yeah. Like one.
That's like not.
I'm gonna say a death
bad, I guess.
that was iconic. It's just so random person. It's not spoiling anything if you want to watch The Monkey. Which it's like such an unserious movie too. Like it's like funny. But in Theo James's.
Oh, he's in it?
Yeah.
You think he's hot?
I mean, he's attractive.
In a trashy Republican way.
Oh, he's a Republican?
Well, he had Trump on his
Ew.
podcast.
No, Theo James.
Oh, I'm thinking Theo Vaughn. That's so funny.
No, Theo James. He's a very conventionally attractive man.
Oh. You gotta watch season 2 of White Lotus if you like him.
Anyway.
Girl.
Anyway, there's a death in the movie. Like, this guy is, like, trying to buy a vape in a vending machine. And it gets stuck. He's like, oh, that sucks. And he, like, turns around and he steps on, like, he's hitting his vape. And he steps on, like, a fucking, like, hoe on the ground. And it, like, the stick pushes back. And the vape gets stuck down his throat. And it's, like, sticking out of his neck. And he chokes to death. And I'm like, that's how I would die.
Theo James does?
No, some random guy in the movie.
Oh, you were just saying he's hot. Yeah. Oh, I want you to watch White Lotus so bad.
Patrick watches it.
I love you,
He
Patrick.
said that season 2 is... Or season 3. Is it season 3? Mm-hmm. He says it's kind of boring.
Yeah, last episode is tomorrow. It's gotten better as the season's gone on. But season 2 has Aubrey Plaza.
Love her.
Yeah, my queen. I hope she's okay. Do you ever have, So you know how, like, we all got our letterboxes and we added all our movies and stuff when we first got it, because we've obviously seen a million movies prior to having that app. Do you ever, like, have a movie and you're like, fuck, I forgot to add this, and it's, like, one of your favorite movies and you're so embarrassed because then it looks like you just watched it?
You can... I'm the letterbox queen. You could take it away so it looks like you didn't watch it.
Well, I didn't know that you could... I thought everything you watch is just added to your recently viewed, because I'm really embarrassed because... my top 4 favorite movies, I have to take one down because I forgot I have ADHD. I forget what my favorite movies are. So currently my favorite movies are Hot Tub Time Machine, Little Nicky, Cruel Intentions, and Jeepers Creepers. I think I'm either going to take Cruel Intentions or Hot Tub Time Machine, probably Cruel Intentions, down because I forgot. Have you ever seen the movie They Live? Oh my god. I was lucky enough to see it in theaters. They like replayed it at Madison Theater one day. Girl, if you fucking hate capitalism, you will love this movie. It's like a really old movie. I think it came out in
It's John
1988.
Carpenter.
Dude.
It's on my watch list.
Roddy Piper. Like, I feel like you'll see this movie and you're like, oh yeah, Taryn loves this movie. Like, I love this movie so much.
I added it to my watch list. But before we started recording, we were talking about how Sophie Thatcher is a twin. And it reminded me, I was just listening to a podcast and there was a case study. So there's like an unethical case study that was done by somebody in 1960 to see the case study was twins would be born and they would separate them into different families.
I think I heard about this. This is like fucking sad.
Yeah, they would separate them into different families without them knowing. So they put these twins up for adoption, multiple twins. They put them all up for adoption and like let them live their life not knowing they had a fucking twin. It was fucking terrible. Mm-hmm. But they did the case study to see if they acted the same, if they had the same like fucking likes and interests.
Yeah.
But they eventually found out that they had a twin and most of them killed themselves.
Oh my god. Wasn't it like a nature versus nurture kind of like...
Yes.
See how they would end up?
Yep. But what's the craziest part about it is that the case study files are sealed. No one knows.
Where they are?
No one knows like what the
password to get in?
Yeah. No one knows the...
We need Hacker Man.
The results.
Oh.
But sad.
The person who did the study is probably just like a sick and twisted individual.
In 1960? That wasn't that long ago. That's like a cruel thing to do.
I remember like...
It was Nancy Siegel, professor of psychology.
Better not be Jason's mom. I remember like the Holocaust. There was some doctor that was obsessed with twins and would do like all kinds of experiments on them and stuff. Like fucked up shit.
This happened in New York City adoption agencies.
Girl, New York City is fucking wild, the stuff that goes on down there. I, like, have always found twins fascinating. I remember for my 18th birthday, my aunt brought me to a psychic. That's, like, what I wanted for my birthday. And I guess back then I contemplated having children because one of the questions I asked is if I would ever have twins because I just think that they're so fucking cool. And she was like, no. But now I have twin nieces, which I think is kind of crazy.
Yeah. That is kind of crazy. But the reason why the podcast was talking about that was because there was...
Wait, what podcast was it?
Rotten Mango.
What the fuck is that?
The podcast I sent you, Stephanie Sue. She's like a YouTuber. She like started off as like a mukbanger, but like she just like...
I don't remember you sending me this.
The way she talks and like articulates herself and goes into details, I'm obsessed. I sent you the YouTube link. But she talks about a true crime case where it was a twin sisters, and the one twin wanted to kill the other twin and take her identity, and like how easy it would have been because they have the same fucking DNA.
Yeah, where are you gonna hide the body and tell your parents?
Well, she didn't get away with it. She didn't kill her twin, but it was meditated. Like she went to go get a new ID and be like, "Oh, I'm blah blah blah."
So, this guy I used to work with told me that he has a twin and that his dad like didn't care about them, so he gave two boys gave them the same exact name. And his twin brother has gotten in all this trouble, like legal trouble, so he's had to like jump through hoops because they have the same name.
Oh my god.
Birthday. I'm like, what are the fucking... I'm like, are you lying to me? He was like, I swear to God. I was like, that is...
Records from the controversial twin study sealed at Yale till 2065.
Yale? And why are they sealed that long? So that people can't sue?
I don't know. They remain sealed despite the demands from the study participants want to see.
Yeah, why? What? Why can't the people who... Like, who gave consent to that?
In 1990, a decade after abruptly ending the confidential study, they locked the records at Yale.
It's crazy it's a Yale study, too. Like, you would just think it's some psycho.
The board set forth terms that gave the organization the power to approve or deny any request to access the record for the next 75 years.
That's, like, fucking nuts. That seems, like, illegal. I guess because they were babies and couldn't give consent, did their owners give consent?
Their owners.
Their parents.
But there was some happy stories from that study. Like, there was brothers that found each other, and they knew that they've always felt like an emptiness in them. And then when they met each other, they had all these similarities. Like, they hated condiments, and they would eat specific things, and
yeah, twins are fascinating.
They had given birth to their son on the same day. Well, they didn't give birth, but their son was born on the same day. Like, crazy similarities. They met when they were, like, late in life, but can you imagine? I hope I never have a twin out there one day. Like, that'd be so scary. And that, like, I would hate to have a twin.
I have half siblings, but I don't have... My mom and dad never had another kid, so I don't have, like, a full sibling.
What if you do and it's just out there somewhere?
Definitely not, but I don't know. I feel like it'd be cool in a way to have a sibling.
Oh, yeah, because you don't have, like, a full...
Yeah.
Well, I probably wouldn't be here right now because my mom was supposed to have a baby in between me and my sister. So... that baby never came.
Thank God. Sorry, Cindy, but...
Because I wouldn't be here if that baby did come.
Well, I am only here because my mom got pregnant, got an abortion. I think a different guy, not my dad. No. Got pregnant, got an abortion, felt guilty, so got pregnant again.
Oh, you're a guilt baby.
And I have another friend, I won't say her name on here just because I think she wouldn't care, but I just won't. But her mom, same thing. Had an abortion, felt guilty, got pregnant. So we call ourselves abortion guilt babies. Yeah, so
my
the miracle of life. And now I'm here and my mom
hates you.
My mom and I have a estranged relationship, so
my sister told me, it's funny, I was just saying this to the girls at work. My birth story was my sister and my cousin Kyle. My parents had condoms in a lifesaver container. Like, it was obviously a gag gift or something, and it said lifesavers. And when you opened it, all the condoms were like different colors. And they opened all the condoms, and they're like playing with them and like smelling them because they all smell like different.
God.
And they put them all back in very meticulously. They put them all back in.
And when Mike and Cindy were getting hot and heavy, and they're like, "Let me grab a lifesaver." Oops, it's broken.
And then baby Amanda came, which I was gonna be a boy, and my name was gonna be Brian.
If I was a boy, my name was gonna be Dylan.
Maybe that's why you love Dylan so much.
Yeah, and a million other similarities we have.
Yeah, probably. Also, when I was born, my sister still calls me this to this day. My mother, when she found out she was pregnant and found out she was having a girl, she was like, "Allison, you're gonna have a little sister. What should we name her?" And she said, "Spike."
Oh, that was Alyssa's dog's name.
So I'm still Spike in her phone.
That's so cute.
Comment below if you have a twin.
Yeah.
Or those crazy stories that you hear about, like, I had a twin, but, like, I killed it in the womb and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why would you do that?
How dare you fucking throw baby hands?
Oh my God, dude. I fell down, speaking of, like, not being born and doing punishable acts, I fell down a rabbit hole last night. Well, first of all, I finally started watching Righteous Gemstones. I have, like, friends who have been telling me to watch it for a while. And I was up till 4 a.m. watching it. Misbehaving. If you know, you know. Anyways, then I go upstairs and I lay in bed and I'm on TikTok and I'm watching all these videos about South Korea. And they have like different types of punishments there. And one type is if you talk badly about the president, 8 generations of your family are sent to a concentration camp for a lifetime.
Wait, South Korea or North?
North, my bad, North.
I was going to say, wait.
So yeah, so I guess this one guy spoke badly about the president, and 30,000 people ended up in this concentration camp for life.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
That's about to be America. Just kidding.
Literally.
I'm kidding. That's just scary. Do you see all those TikToks people like
No,
filming
yeah,
there?
the guy in there is Kim Jong-un or whatever. He's a dictator, but Trump definitely wants to fucking be a dictator. He's trying to go for a 3rd term. He said there's loopholes.
I know. I knew it was going to happen. I called it. He was going to go for a 3rd term.
You're going to be a president at 90 years old? What?
I see all those TikToks of people like filming in North Korea and like the fake grocery stores and shit.
Yeah.
Scary.
So another video I saw is in South Korea, you can go to the border and there's a Starbucks and you have to climb up all these stairs to get to the Starbucks. It doesn't look like a Starbucks. And you can like get your drink and then you go out on like the roof because you're really high up. And there are binoculars that you can look out and you can see North Korea, and there's a fake town. Like the town you're looking at is fake. And the buildings that you look at, some of the windows are painted on. And then there was another video I saw, and a girl was in North Korea visiting, and at 6 a.m. they just played this really loud music in the streets.
I saw that, yeah. I'm sorry, I started laughing because on my TikTok For You page, I don't know what's happening, but I'm waking up every day as different people. Like, I'm scrolling through my For You page, and it's like POV, you wake up as Cleopatra, and it's all these AI videos. And it makes me laugh because, like, everyone in the comments like, oh, I just got back from the fucking plague. I just got back from the Titanic. And I saw one that was like POV, you wake up in North Korea. And it was crazy.
Have you seen that? I think it's like a trend from last year, but it's like, oh, they're holding a plate of corn. And it's called corn plating. And it's basically when, so like, for example, right now, like me with Yellow Jackets and White Lotus, like I'm so into like the fan theories and shit. And like after every episode, I like watch on TikTok for like hours, just everyone's theories. So I guess it started with that movie Encanto. And people were just going crazy with the fan theories and assumptions and stuff.
For Encanto?
And I guess there's a scene where she's holding a plate of corn and they like go off. They're like, maybe something about being an Aztec or something about the fucking plate of corn. So now when there's shows that people are overanalyzing and scenes people are overanalyzing and making videos on TikTok about, people will comment and be like, oh, I didn't know they were holding a plate of corn.
Do you, like, I wonder half the time if, like, these directors, I'm like, are they geniuses or, like, are we just making this turn into something that, like, it's
I think it's half and half. Because some of these fan theories are crazy, but, like, some show, like, I don't think every show, like, obviously, like, a sitcom, they're not going to do that, but, like, some of these shows that, like
Breaking Bad,
have, like, 3 or 4 seasons and are very intense, especially if they're, like, HBO or Paramount, they have these huge budgets. Like, I feel like every little thing means something.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's why I love Breaking Bad so much, because literally everything means something in that show.
I want to say something about Yellow Jackets so bad, but I fucking can't.
Don't say it.
But it's, like, something that happened in this episode. And, like, basically, in the first episode, in the very beginning, if us as fans just listened harder, we would have known it was going to happen. When you catch up, I'll try to remember. That. It's kind of like you find the answers you're looking for. Like, say, like what Nikki said last week. I think I, like, shared something with you guys, and I was like, I don't agree with this. And Nikki's like, if someone wants to, like, argue over something, they're gonna find their answers on the internet. Like, either side of the coin. If you agree or if you don't agree, you're gonna find shit that makes, like, logical sense for either opinion.
Let's get into the stories.
Are you first?
You're first.
Oh, I thought I went first last time.
I went first last time, Mommy.
All right, so my first story today is coming from Best of Redditor Updates. The title is, My husband, 29 male, and his family disowned his mom, 56 female, after her affair. I, 28 male, didn't. Now, the emotional consequences are taking a toll on my marriage. Need advice. The trigger warnings are infidelity, emotional manipulation, and depression. So the original post, oh, this is very recent, is coming from March 23rd, 2025. I'm 28 male and I've been with my husband, 29 male, for 7 years. Married for almost 1. This has been a genuinely good relationship. I love him deeply and we've built something I'm proud of. He fits in great with my family and I've always felt at home with his. I'm close with his younger brother and his girlfriend, but the person I've always felt the strongest connection with is his mom. A few years back, I went through a rough depressive episode, and she was one of the only people who truly showed up for me. She didn't treat me like her son's partner. She treated me like family. I've always loved her for that. I'm close with my father-in-law too, but with my mother-in-law, it always felt like more of a friendship. Then everything flipped. Just after Christmas, my father-in-law sat us all down and told us that she had been having an affair and that this wasn't the first time. He said he tried to make things work, but he couldn't do it anymore. He was heartbroken, and it shattered the whole family. My husband and his brothers were crushed. They all cut contact with her, and she moved out soon after. I get it. Cheating is betrayal, especially after decades of marriage. I'm not trying to excuse what she did. But I couldn't ignore the fact, during one of the worst times of my life, she showed me care and kindness when it felt like I had no one. That stayed with me. A few weeks ago, she reached out to me directly. She said she was running low on rent and didn't know who else to ask. She sounded anxious and desperate. I helped her. It wasn't a huge amount, and she was incredibly grateful. She'd asked if I'd be willing to meet her for coffee. I said yes. When we met, she broke down. She told me she tried reaching out to her sons, but none of them responded. I listened. I didn't try to defend her or fix anything. I just tried to be there for her the way she once was for me. Later that evening, I told my husband about it. He completely lost it. He said I betrayed him and went behind his back, and he left the house. The next day, I tried to explain where I was coming from, and I told him I wasn't trying to choose sides. I just reacted to someone I care about being in a tough spot. He didn't say much. He just told me not to do it again. When his brothers found out, they were disappointed in me too. They said I crossed the line and I should have respected their decision to cut contact. Now I feel stuck. I understand why they're upset. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I just couldn't turn my back on someone who once didn't turn their back on me. I wasn't trying to undermine their pain. I was trying to act with compassion. I'm not here to justify what I did, and I understand why my husband feels hurt. I acted on instinct and compassion in a tough moment, but now I feel like I've damaged something really important. I'd really appreciate advice as to what to do further. How do I navigate this?
I feel like he fucked up just not telling him that he was gonna meet with the mother-in-law. He should have just said, hey, I'm gonna meet with
Your mom. But what if he told his husband that and his husband was like, the fuck you are?
Well, then you could have talked to him and be like, I care about her.
Yeah, I'm worried about her.
She messaged me about some troubling things, and I'm worried about her, and I want to meet with her, make sure she's okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Because you won't talk to her.
Like, I think it's just hard to put myself in those shoes.
Oh, yeah.
I guess, like, in a way, it would be like if your ex reached out to me with, like, troubling stuff. But I would just be like,
good bitch.
Peace, bitch, bye. So, yeah, I don't know how I would feel.
I could see both sides. I could see the husband saying, you betrayed me. Why did you do that? But I can also see the other side where he's like, well, I care about her and I still love her.
I feel like there's a lot of layers to this too. Yeah. Like, she fucked up. She's trying to reach out to her son. She blew her whole life up. She can't afford her rent. She knows she fucked up probably at this point, and
well, also
I'm sure she's regretting this. Yeah. Like,
I shouldn't be like so hard on men, but when it comes to women, I'm like, well, no, she shouldn't have fucking cheated. A family member you shut out is obviously someone you should know your partner's meeting up with.
He could have just shot him a quick text, like, I'm going to meet your mom for coffee. I'm worried about her.
Especially his mother.
And he's just listening. He said he's not justifying it.
Because you're not talking to her. You shouldn't, I don't know.
I feel like, I don't know how quick it happened, but, like, at least he did basically tell him right away after. He could have told him before. One of the top comments is, where you went wrong is not talking to your husband first before meeting your mother-in-law. No matter if your decision was helping her out, no matter what he said, you should still have let him know first how you feel and why. Going behind someone's back and asking sorry later is not how loving relationships work, which I completely agree. So there's an update 3 days after the original post. Lost accent to my previous account, so posting it from here. I didn't expect my post to gain the kind of traction it did. I genuinely appreciate the advice so many of you offered. Some of the responses were a bit nuclear, understandably Reddit, but I did take in a lot of perspective that helped me reflect. I want to share some context that I didn't include in the original post, which I now realize was important. A few years ago, I went through a really rough depressive episode. My husband and I were doing long distance at the time. He was working abroad. And while he supported me the best he could, it was hard. His mom was the only one who showed up in person. She dropped by often and made sure I was eating, even came with me to therapy a couple of times. It wasn't some grand gesture, but it mattered. That kind of consistency stays with you. So when she reached out a few days ago, anxious and saying she didn't know who else to ask, I just reacted. I helped her with a bit of money for my personal account, nothing major, and I agreed to meet her for coffee. I didn't tell my husband before doing it, and that's where things really unraveled. I kind of forgot about the money part. That whole conversation. He was blindsided. We have always been the kind of couple who talks through the hard stuff, and I acted completely on my own. I see now how that felt like betrayal to him. A bit of space and some heavy conversations. We talked properly. He told me he'd spoken to his younger brother, and he finally got the full story about their last attempt to reach out to their mom. It wasn't just an argument, it was bad. She said things that were apparently cruel and deeply personal, the kind of stuff that cuts years deep. I hadn't known any of that. Neither of us had. Hearing it changed something for me. The woman I saw at coffee is warm, vulnerable, even a little lost. But that's not the woman his brother dealt with. And maybe both are real. Maybe she's unraveling. Maybe she's always been complicated. I honestly don't know. What I do know is that my husband's boundaries are valid. He told me clearly that he's not ready to reconnect with her, and that he's not comfortable with me being in touch with her either. After hearing what I've heard, I understand that. I told him I'm stepping back. If she does reach out again, I'll tell her that I can't be the person in the middle, not unless something genuinely shifts between them first. We both apologize. He for shutting down so quickly, me for making a decision without him when I shouldn't have. We're okay now. I still think there's something more going on with her. Emotionally, maybe even mentally. She's been a stay-at-home mom most of her life. Her siblings live abroad, and from what I've learned, she's already asked friends for help before coming to me. That doesn't excuse anything, but it does make me think about how lost she might be right now. Still, that's not something I can fix. Right now, my focus is on us. I can care about what his mom did for me in the past and still recognize she's hurt people I love. The whole situation has been a bit surreal. We didn't walk away with everything fixed, but we've come out of it with a better understanding of where we stand. We handled it the best we could, and at the end of the day, we're still solid. Still, I can't lie. There's a part of me that feels pulled towards who she was for me during that rough time.
That was really well written.
Yeah. I feel like OP...
It makes more sense now.
OP is an adult.
It makes more sense now why he met her.
Yeah, it makes sense. But it's almost like... I mean, hearing how she treated her children like shit after the divorce, and... I mean, she did cheat on her husband. I mean, we don't know why, but... I don't know. This woman... It's sad. It's sad when you care about someone deeply, but sometimes you just can't help them.
I know.
And that's rough. So
but OP seems like a good person.
Yeah, definitely. Top comment is, couples resolving issues like adults. Talking them out and listening to each other is always nice to see in an update. Another top comment, I think your comment about maybe she's always been complicated is probably spot on. Most people are complex, and you only see the side they allow you to. Which is true. I feel like everybody's feelings are valid here. Like, this was only a couple of weeks ago, so there's probably not another update. The top comment on Best of Redditor is, it's always really hard to let go of someone you've had good memories with, but they've become a person that you just can't reckon with anymore. Feels like it takes a part of you. Had that happen with an old friend. When she passed, I realized it was like I'd lost her twice. Even if we never spoke again after that fallout. Rough. Oh, that's sad. I mean, I don't know how long ago his depressive episode was, but also people fucking change. It sucks that she's in a rough spot, but yeah, like you said before, if this was a man, we'd be like, well, they fucking did it to themselves. Mm-hmm. We feel too much sympathy for women because they're all human.
As they should. I'm just kidding.
They're all human.
Well, on to my story then.
Hopefully you have a more cheerful story, Miss Amanda. Miss Amanda?
Yeah, this one does seem a little cheerful. It's coming from Am I the Asshole from 8 hours ago. So fresh.
Fresh like a baby out the womb.
It's titled, Am I the Asshole for Saying My Boyfriend's Dick is Tiny in Front of His Family? Recently, my boyfriend, 47 male, and I, 29 female. Oh my god, okay, age gap. Went to a friend's wedding. Both of us were pretty drunk at the reception, as most of our friends and family. At one point, my boyfriend and I were at separate tables talking to people, and one of his friends comes over to me, saying I need to come get my man because he's acting like an idiot and saying stupid shit. I told him that's pretty par for the course when he's drinking, and just cut him off from having any more. His friend was laughing about it, so I didn't take it seriously. Not long after that, we ended up migrating into a larger room, and I see my boyfriend. He's stopped drinking, but he's still evidently hammered. They're on topic of sex positions for whatever reason, and he's very loudly saying how much I love doggy style and physically making the motions and overall making me super uncomfortable. I told him quietly to cut the shit and stop talking about that. Of course, he didn't. He stopped for maybe 10 minutes before going back into talking about our sex life. This time to announce to all of our friends and family that I love anal. That's crazy. By this point, he was talking loudly enough that his family, including his parents and brothers, could hear us at the next table over. My boyfriend and I have done anal a few times, but I don't really care for it at all. It's just something I do for him. This time he shakes me by the shoulders, again, practically yelling, "You love it up the ass. You like the pain, don't you?" Naturally, I'm fucking mortified. I say the first thing that comes to mind, which is, it doesn't hurt when your dick is that fucking tiny, and I leave. Admittedly, I was drunk, and maybe missing some details here, but afterward, my boyfriend was furious with me. He said I embarrassed him in front of my friends and family, and I was completely out of line. He said it was obvious he was joking before, and my comment was deliberate and hurtful. I'll concede that I was trying to hurt him with my remark, and his dick is average size, so it isn't even true. But I feel like it was justified given the circumstances. Am I an asshole?
No, I think it's funny. Have you ever tried anal?
Yeah.
Have you ever, like, successfully done it?
Yeah. I just did it just a few nights ago.
Are you serious? Oh my
Hi,
God. I didn't know that about you. I tried once when I was, like, in high school, and I was like, "Youch!"
Like Tom and Jerry. Youch!
And I never tried again. That's so funny.
I just got lightheaded.
You should really get a bidet if you do that often.
Don't do it that often. Relax.
I mean, you should still get a bidet. Gets you really nice and clean.
So, anyway, the top comment is, so you're dating a 47-year-old alcoholic teenager? Might want to reevaluate that.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to be with someone who gets drunk all the time and just screams about how we do anal and how I like...
In front of all your friends and family?
Yeah, that's fucking... Hopefully everyone else is just as drunk.
Yeah, hopefully mom and dad don't remember that.
There's another comment that says 95% of the time on this sub, when a post starts with, I, 20-something female, and my boyfriend, 40-plus male, this is the conclusion. I'm not one to assume an age gap means the older one is a loser by default, because it isn't always the case, but goddamn, if your partner is almost 2 fucking decades older, and you're posting this about them on the sub, that should tell you something. Touche. I love getting shit-faced at a wedding.
I love weddings. I say this all the time. Invite me to your wedding.
You love love. I love an open bar. This was 9 hours ago, and it has over 5,000 upvotes.
What? No, you're not the asshole, OP. If anything, that's iconic. But I wish you didn't get mad. I wish you just said it, like, laughing like he was. Like, yeah, it's so tiny.
And it's funny because I feel like he's not ever going to live that down, because what is she going to be like? I was just kidding. It's like average size. Like, I feel like once you say someone's dick is small, that's it.
You
It's
can't go
small.
back on
Yeah.
that.
That's it. It's a little tiny thing.
What are they going to say? Yeah, well, your vagina's...
Wide. Your vagina hole needs to be stitched up for my tiny BB. My next story is coming from AITAH. It's from 3 days ago. The title is AITAH for telling my wife that we either share our lotto winnings or we separate and I get half anyways. My wife and I are extremely fortunate to have won a decent amount of money from lotto recently. It wasn't top prize, but it was enough to pay off our sizable mortgage and still have some left over for vacations. The mortgage was by far our biggest weekly cost, and with that gone, we could both comfortably cut our hours back at work to only school hours and spend some more time with our kids. This was always a daydream we spoke about when we bought lotto tickets. I assume this is what we would both do. When we got the money and paid off our house, everything almost immediately turned bad. My wife and I started talking about how amazing it's going to be finally not having to work anymore. I was blindsided by this. Even with the mortgage gone, we still would have to work at least school hours to keep our current standard of living, and on my salary alone, things would be tight. I asked if she was serious, and she said of course. It was her ticket, and she gets to decide. This is bullshit because we both got lotto tickets before, and when we moved in together, we only bought one because two seemed like a waste of money. I tried to reason with her. She said she could use some of the extra money to take some unpaid leave here and there, but she needs to keep her job. When I said, if I'm only working school hours, she absolutely flipped out and started accusing me of being a gold digger and ruining this for her. How she deserved it after working so much of her life, etc. I asked her for a pause because I was honestly afraid. She's never been like this before. The next few days we tried to have this conversation again, and she didn't budge an inch. And when she said, well, it doesn't matter now because I'm putting in my notice at work, I lost it and told her I'm not going through with this. If she's not going to share the winnings, which is under both of our names, I'll divorce her and get half through the house, and therefore half the winnings anyways. This started another screaming match, and she continued to call me a gold digger. I'm absolutely exhausted and lost. I feel like my wife has been replaced by an imposter. I would have preferred not winning if I knew this was going to happen.
Money changes people.
I was just going to say, money changes everything.
It really does.
Listen to our podcast. Change things for us.
What if we turn into assholes?
All I want to do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'd be rescuing cats. All I want to do is have a cat farm. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. Leave that in, and I'll put it on our TikTok.
I would hope that money wouldn't change me, but who knows? It might.
I hope money wouldn't change me, but it would just make life so much easier.
People that say money doesn't buy happiness,
you're wrong.
They're rich.
They're rich. They're rich.
They're rich.
Or they're like on Prozac or something.
No, they're just
on
rich.
Something.
It's always the rich people that say that. Money doesn't buy happiness. Okay, I'd rather be rich and depressed than poor and depressed. Huh?
Yeah.
And half my fucking anxiety and stress is money related.
Yes. Like, I've been paying off. I used to be so good with my finances, and when we bought the house, I got into some credit card debt, and I've been working 2 jobs and paying it off. But everything's so fucking expensive that I'm paying my bills, paying my credit card debt, so it's taking a couple years.
Well, and that...
And, I'm like, I can't wait to get paid so I can keep chipping away at this.
Well, and that's what sucks, too. It's like, okay, it's finally paid off. We need a new couch. Time to finance it.
Yeah.
It's like, just never ending.
Oh my God. I'm so pissed at myself for getting into this credit card. It's not like life-ending credit card debts. It's not that bad, but...
But still, any debt is stressful. Besides,
yes,
like, property you own, like, houses and stuff, like...
I could take the money that I have my debt, like, I could exchange it and probably pay for most of a bathroom renovation.
Right.
I hate my bathroom.
It's like, what the fuck did I spend all this money on?
Yeah.
I look at my credit card that has, like, fucking $6,000 on it, and I'm like, How did I get here?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, the good news, top comment is, the good news is you can afford the divorce. The bad news is the attorney will be going on your vacation. Oh my God. Dude, can confirm my divorce was amicable and cost $10,000. Where the fuck do you live? How much did your divorce cost? $500?
$500. Oh, we the people.
Yeah, we the people. Save that coin. Well, how much was your consultation with that lawyer? $350?
Mm-hmm.
Under $1,000. Get divorced. Well, no, it was about $500 for you, because if you guys split the $500 divorce, did you?
Yeah, we split up. Fucking bitch won't even pay for the divorce.
Fucking millennials are so funny. Just getting a $500 divorce and splitting it. I just think that's so funny.
It is funny.
So millennial.
I split everything. I justify it. I've gotten Edwin into the splitting business with me. Because I'm like, well, we can order DoorDash. It'd be $40, but if we split it, it's only $20.
Me and Colin don't really split things anymore. He has things he pays for. I have things I pay for. But I feel like in the end, it's even. And even if it's like a little more for one person, like maybe this month it's a little more for him. Next month it's a little more for me. It's like
we split everything, like groceries, because the groceries come to like $240. But if we split it,
actually, I don't remember the last time I paid for groceries.
Thanks, Colin.
Because he goes every Sunday, and we go to, dude, Aldi has changed our life. It's crazy.
I still spend a lot of money at Aldi too, though.
If we spend like, I don't know, I can get like $100 to last me 2 weeks from Aldi.
Not us. We eat a lot.
I eat a lot too, but I try not to. I want to be skinny. Anyways, OP, I don't know. This is a sticky situation. You and your wife won the lottery, and you dipped the lottery ticket in a jar of honey. And now it's sticky.
I can't believe you won the lottery.
Yeah, imagine paying off your mortgage. I wouldn't pay off my mortgage. I'd buy a new house.
Yeah, same, but it wouldn't be like a giant house. It would still be like a cute.
Yeah.
It would just be like perfect. Like
yeah.
How I'd want it.
I'd be like much farther away from people. I don't need a huge house, but I need bigger than what I have now because I want more cats. What? Anyways, not to make this about me.
Comment below what you would do if you won the lottery.
Yeah, seriously.
Would you let people know, or would you be secret about it? Like, some people said that they wouldn't tell people if they won the lottery. I don't think I would tell many people. Obviously, like my close friends.
Have you seen that meme? And it's like, waiting for my best friend to tell me they're a billionaire, and this was all just a test of my loyalty or whatever. Can you imagine?
No, but there was remember that TikTok trend that was like, I wouldn't tell people that I was a millionaire, but there'd be signs.
Yeah,
I'd have like 20 dogs and 20 cats and like a farm with like pigs and goats.
I'd have a cat rescue, and I would suddenly my upper arms and my calves would be smaller.
Oh yeah, suddenly my body would be done. I'd have a BBL.
Oh, my boobs would be much higher. I'd get a boob lift
to my chin. I'd be on here looking like a different person all of a sudden. I told my friend the other day
I would keep my stomach
that I should get liposuction, and that I probably fill 3 bathtubs full of fat.
Stop! No, you would not. Absolutely not.
Because I'm not kidding. I actually want lipo, and my mom at her she works at a plastic surgeon office,
chin, right, or something.
No, she was saying you could get neck lipo for $700, and I was like, oh, I want that. But I was like, I want stomach lipo too, and that's also $700. But I'm like, you can't just get lipo in one spot. Well, I'm gonna have a really skinny frame and then big arms and big legs. Like, you need it everywhere.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But like, if we won the lottery and could only have to work part-time, we could have personal trainers, and we could afford semaglutides.
True.
Well,
Speaking of,
yes, mommy.
Do you know who Remy Bader is?
I wanted to talk about her, guys.
Yes.
We're getting way the fuck off topic.
Okay, but
sorry.
we have to talk about this. She's an influencer who's like a plus size influencer.
That's what she was known for.
And she was like relatable. She would put on like clothes, like trying clothes on from Zara on actual bodies.
Sorry, I just didn't like her. I always got weird vibes.
Because she's a little
annoying.
Yes. So she lost like 140 pounds, like literally in a year. Like all of a sudden she's just skinny.
Tiny.
All of a sudden. And people would comment like, there's no way you definitely got surgery. And she'd be like, no
She
surgery.
blocked the people who would say she got surgery.
There's no way you definitely got weight loss surgery. And she would say, no, not weight loss surgery. And she would was just not being upfront about it. And then she recently went on a podcast with
Khloe Kardashian.
And said that she had weight loss surgery. But she said it wasn't weight loss surgery. She said it was like this new thing called SADI.
Which is a weight loss surgery.
Which is weight loss surgery.
It's not a band or whatever they call it. Remove,
I don't know.
It's still
weight loss surgery.
Invasive surgery.
Right.
I would assume.
And she was hiding it from everyone. There's no way, even if you're on Ozempic or semaglutide, any semaglutide, there's no way you lose 140 pounds in a year.
I mean, like, it depends on your size. You 100% could. If you were, like, dedicated, counting calories, on a semaglutide, taking care of yourself, going to the gym, like...
But that's not healthy.
Like, it's not healthy, but, like, say you're on a semaglutide and you eat 1,200 calories a day and you go to the gym and work out and burn 500 calories. Your body's only getting 700 calories a day.
But it depends on your size. You could be, like, a 600-pound person, and, yeah, you lose, like, 300 pounds in a year. But she wasn't that big. I mean, she was probably, like, in her... I don't want to guess her body weight, but she wasn't, like, this, oh, my God, look at that huge girl. Like, she wasn't... But, yeah, it's just crazy. And now she's, like, gaslighting us to be like, it wasn't weight loss surgery, actually. But now she's like, I'm so excited to share this journey with you.
People are just annoyed, like, her fans, because she built a platform on being plus size, right? And...
Yes. And this is also what I hate.
It's like parasocial relationships. Like, she really didn't have to tell us, but...
Well, she should address it, because she made this whole body positive movement. Anyway, you know what I hate the most about bitches that lose weight? And I'm not just bitter because I'm fat. I hate, and she does this too.
Body checking?
Well, yeah, they'll always body check. But they'll post videos of them like, 2023, lost and confused, hating myself, and it's them fat, like, crying. And then it shows them now, like, skipping around all skinny. Like, you're... making it seem like, oh, I was so depressed when I was fat, but I'm happy because I'm skinny.
Honestly, I was, like, years ago at my biggest, probably, like, 7 pounds lighter than I am now. I lost a little over 50 pounds. I've gained it all back, and then some. And now I've lost 20 again. But anyways, that's beside this point. When I was, like, at my skinniest...
You still thought you were fat.
Oh, of course, but... all my clothes, like, there are better feelings, but there's no feeling like going into your closet and everything fits.
Oh, yeah, I know. I could imagine.
Like, nothing in my closet fits because it's all from when I was tiny. Like, my friends will be like, what are you gonna wear tonight? And I'll be like, if we're going out, I'll be like, well, I only have 2 fucking pairs of pants that fit, so one of those. But yeah, like, life is easier for skinny people. But no, like,
it really is. Oops.
I don't know.
Well, listen.
As someone who has been really skinny and has been bigger, like, I don't know. Like, people do truly treat you differently.
Mm-hmm. I've always been, I don't mind being a big girl.
How did we go from lotto tickets to this? Like, who the fuck is still listening to this episode?
I've been a big girl my whole life. I mean, I was smaller, but I remember being 180 pounds when I was, like, 16. That's just... I've always been big boat. But even my sister, she's like 5'7", and she's the skinny one, but she's still like thick. Like, that's just how we're like fucking built. I don't care being fat. I just hate my stomach and my neck and my arms. Like, I just want to cut it off.
Well, also, like, the world, it's just like easier to exist as a skinny person. I'm sorry, but it is. Like, I've been there. I've been before, and then there, and then back to not there, and I don't know. The world's just made for, like, even, like, I remember I, like, thought, I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to, like, I mean, I would have never done this, but it'd be cool to be a waitress to make extra money, but all I think about is my ass knocking plates over and shit, like, going between tables.
When I was in Japan, I was Googling if I'll fit in the seats because I was so scared because they're so tiny.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to fit in anything. I fit in everything fine, but it's just something you have to think of when you're a fatty. Even, like, certain chairs, my hips, like, dig into them. I'm like, oh my God.
Do you ever go, like, sit in, like, a lawn chair at someone's house and all you can think about is
this is gonna break. This is gonna fucking break.
Not to get even deeper off topic, this is just really quick, but I'm left-handed, and I love being left-handed because we're only 10% of the population. But the other day I was looking up left-handed facts on TikTok because I'm a fucking narcissist, I guess. But people say that left-handed people are more creative.
And hotter.
Wait, really? Oh. People say left-handed people are more creative because they had to grow up in a right-handed world. Like, everything's made for right-handed people. Everything.
So maybe fatties are more creative.
Yeah, because
I'm just creative.
and we have like we learn differently because I say I have to learn everything upside down and backwards.
Yeah, I love watching Taryn write.
I had a boss.
And I love watching you eat too.
Oh God, I'm so. I like shovel my food in my mouth.
No, I love it. You're like,
oh God, that's so embarrassing.
No, it's endearing.
Yeah, I once had a boss that told me that the way I write makes her feel sick. And I'll never forget that, so thanks.
Okay, we're so fucking off topic. Anyway, OP, don't be too sad. You won the lottery. Next.
Can the title of this one be like, we got really off topic?
Right.
Off topicville.
This one's coming from Am I the Asshole from one day ago. Am I the asshole for backing out of a threesome when I saw the woman had cut her hair really short? You were all great on my last post, which was a serious issue, so I thought I asked for a non-serious issue. I'm a hot wife and had recently been talking to a couple on a swinging site about a threesome. They seemed great and I really liked them. They looked great in their pictures. We chatted well and everything seemed good. We decided to FaceTime yesterday mainly for verification reasons and also just to chat. On their pictures, she's got long dark hair and it really suits her. When we started FaceTiming straight away, I noticed she had really short hair. This may sound weird, but I don't find women with short hair attractive at all. I think it's because every woman in my family has short hair. My mom, my aunt, my grandma, my great aunts. It suits her, don't get me wrong, but I instantly lost attraction. After a couple minutes, they could tell something was wrong, and when they asked, I said she doesn't look anything like her pictures. She said she had this style for about 6 months, hasn't updated her pictures. I said, You've been posting pictures weekly, which is one of the reasons I chose you. And they brushed it off as old photos. I told them I'm no longer interested and wish them luck in finding someone, but they wanted an answer and got pretty insistent. I told them I don't like the fact that they aren't posting up-to-date pictures, and in all honesty, I don't find women with short hair sexually attractive. They weren't happy and have sent some non-friendly messages since, and even my husband said I should have just said it's the pictures thing. So am I the asshole? I don't think you're the asshole. You can decide if you don't want to have sex with someone.
Yeah, isn't that called consent or something?
Right, I think.
Yeah, definitely not the asshole. I mean, how did he, I was like looking for the story half this time, so I never found it. How did he tell them that, was he just like, I don't like short hair?
Well, it's a girl. It's a woman. She's the wife.
Oh, the wife isn't attracted to women with short hair.
Yes. She said that she wasn't interested because she doesn't look like her pictures. And then she said that, well, I looked like this for like 6 months. I haven't just posted a recent picture. And they were like pretty insistent on asking like...
For recent pictures?
No, they were insistent on asking why she wasn't interested. And then she said, I don't like women with short hair.
I mean, you asked. You ask and you shall receive. I don't think you're an asshole.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it makes you a bad person or anything. Like,
you
like what you like.
It's not like she was like, you're fucking disgusting.
How would she feel if she put a wig on?
Oh, maybe. I was going to say, what if she just had short hair and there were just extensions or something, but...
What if, is there any updates from OP?
It was just posted 6 hours ago. Or 1 day ago.
Sometimes there's updates.
Oh my god. The name is UK cheating wife. A UK hot wife. I don't meet and I don't sex, so stop fucking asking. Dick pics equaled blocked. Oh my god, this woman gets down.
Get down.
She posted non-monogamy a lot. She posts, tomorrow night, me and my husband are going to his friends to watch the Forest match. Then my husband will watch me fuck 2 of his friends. Then he's going to go home and leave me there all night drunk. Can't wait.
Okay.
Me, 41 female, my husband, 43 male, have been in a hot wife relationship since I was 18. I slept with hundreds of people, but always use protection. We want to start letting people come inside me. How do you trust the other person?
Maybe you should save some of these for us to read in the future.
This is crazy. Wow.
She's a horny lady.
She is.
Her hormones must be balanced. Well, I don't think you're the asshole. Ready for the next story?
I'm ready.
Doesn't seem like there's any updates, honestly. This one is coming from Am I the Asshole 17 hours ago. AITA for not letting my roommate's boyfriend use my car even though it made him miss a job interview. So I, 25 female, share an apartment with my roommate, Jess, 24 female. We generally get along okay, but she started dating this guy Kyle a few months ago and he's been around constantly. He doesn't live here officially, but he's here 5 to 6 nights a week, eats our food, uses our stuff, and never really contributes to anything. It's annoying, but I've tolerated it to keep the peace. I own a car, which I use for work, errands, and the occasional weekend trip. Jess doesn't have a car, neither does Kyle. Last week, Kyle asked me very last minute if he could borrow my car to drive to a job interview. I asked a few questions, where it was, how far, how long he'd need it, and it turned out he'd need it during a time I already told Jess I had a doctor's appointment across town. I said sorry, but I needed it and couldn't change my appointment. He got pissed and said I was selfish and ruining his shot at a better life. Jess backed him up, saying I could just Uber to the doctor. Just this once. Because his interview was more important than my checkup. I said no, I'm not comfortable lending my car to someone I barely know. Especially not for a time I already needed it. I don't owe him that. They both sulked and gave me the cold shoulder for days. Kyle apparently missed the interview because he couldn't find a ride. And now he's blaming me for ruining his future. I feel a little bad because I could have changed my appointment if I really wanted to, but also it's my car, my schedule, and I don't think I should upend plans for someone who doesn't even live here. Am I the asshole?
No,
absolutely not.
Not at all.
How does he plan on getting to the job if he can't get to the job interview? First of all, unless you trust somebody, don't ever, ever, ever let somebody borrow your fucking car. Nope. Because if you owe more than the value of your car and you don't have gap insurance, you are fucked. And that person does not give a shit.
Don't ever do that. Don't ever.
Who did you let borrow your car?
Edwin uses my car all the time.
But that's different. Colin uses my car all the time.
Okay, that's true.
But I'm saying, like, don't let Edwin's random friend from work borrow your car.
Never.
No, don't fucking... Believe me, I know these things.
I know these things. Taryn has a car, so she knows these things.
It's my line of profession.
It's my line of profession.
Anyways, guys. Dude, how are you gonna get to the fucking job?
Right.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck two, fuck you. 3, unless you can buy her a new car if you fucking get in an accident. Fuck off. 4,
fuck you.
Be prepared for a job interview. Prove to them you deserve the job.
How is this her fault at all?
Yeah. Girl, I hope your fucking lease is almost over so you can get away from these wackadoos.
Wackadoos.
Okay, so the top comment is, I don't know if I've ever seen this before. LP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. The action being judged is me refusing to lend my car to my roommate's boyfriend so he could attend a job interview, even though I had a doctor's appointment scheduled at the same time. I might be the asshole because I could have rescheduled the appointment or taken an Uber, and by not doing that, I made him miss what he claims to be was an important opportunity. He and my roommate both said that I was being selfish and unsupportive, which made me wonder if I was in the wrong for not being more flexible. You did not make him miss his job interview. He is the reason he missed his job interview.
Right. This is not your fault. This is not your fault.
There's buses. There's wheels. There's bikes with wheels. There's feet. You can walk. There are Ubers.
There's Segways.
There's Lyft.
And depending on where you live, there's
trolleys.
And depending on where you live,
taxis,
there's fucking bikes that you could rent.
Yeah, the CDTA bikes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's CDTA everywhere, just here. Top comment is, why couldn't he take an Uber to the interview? He should have secured transportation when he set the interview date and time. Couldn't he call a rental car place and rent a car for a day? Enterprise will even bring a car to you. Well, they used to offer that. I don't know if they still do. But let's say you did lend him your car and he goes to the interview, it goes well, he is hired. How is he going to get to work every day? Would it then be your fault if he can't take your car to get to work every day? You were right to not lend it. What if he got in an accident and totaled it? Can he afford to replace it? No. He needs to get a vehicle and then get an interview. Someone under that said, agree. Like, the fact that he had no backup plans sounds like he wasn't really trying to get the interview anyway. He just wants to continue to be a bum. If the interview was so important to him, he would have made damn sure he went to it. Better make damn sure
that you can ever leave. No, you won't
ever get too far from me. You won't ever get too far from me. I'll make damn sure that you can't ever leave. No, you won't ever get too far from me. You won't ever get too far.
I just want to break you down so badly.
OP commented, I'm gonna save this one, commented on another Am I the Asshole? That's titled, Am I the Asshole for slamming a child in the stomach with a metal pipe at the grocery store?
Oh my god.
Maybe you should read that next.
No, mine's good.
Yeah, no comments from OP. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we can all agree, not the asshole at all, OP. On to the next story.
On to the next. For my last one, it's coming from True Off My Chest from one day ago. My fiance made a split-second decision that cost me a year of my life, and I'm furious.
Looks like this is right up my profession.
Oh, perfect. I, 26 female, my fiance, 30 male, and his son, 5 years, were going out getting Chipotle on March 14th, which is so weird because I think I'm going to get Chipotle for dinner.
I had Chipotle the other day and it was kind of gross.
On my way home, we reached a busy intersection with a blinking yellow light. My fiance was driving and I could tell he was about to go. I saw a car coming fast and I very clearly told him to wait until the light was green. I don't know if he didn't hear me, didn't take me seriously, or just ignored me, but he kept driving forward anyway. We got T-boned by a car going 50 miles per hour. Everyone else walked away fine, including his son, but I was crushed. I ended up with 2 full breaks in my pelvis, 2 fractures in my tailbone, fractures in my L4 and L5 vertebrae,
Lumbar spine,
and a fractured sternum. I was and still am in so much pain I can't even explain it. I wouldn't wish this kind of pain on anyone. I was rushed to the ER where everything was a complete blur except the trauma. I started having intense flashbacks, panic attacks, and nightmares about the crash and the pain. I had to undergo surgery where 2 7-inch steel screws were inserted into my pelvis. At the hospital, they gave me a back brace that was way too big for me. The nurses and the PTs even admitted that they didn't measure and just guessed my size. Even when we told them it was too big, they didn't do anything about it. And despite this, they expected me to stand up and move around wearing it. That brace did nothing for my support. Moving in it felt like my spine and pelvis were being ripped apart. The pain I was in trying to follow their orders to stand and walk was inhumane. All I remember from those days is pain, frustration, fear, and this overwhelming sense of helplessness. After about a week, I was transferred to a physical rehabilitation center. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to bathe. I didn't want to move. I was so depressed and in so much pain that even thinking about shifting in bed made me cry. I had to depend on strangers for the most basic things, going to the bathroom, bathing, even feeding myself. As someone who's always been independent, it was utterly humiliating and devastating. I'm home now, but my recovery is far from over. Doctors and physical therapists all told me the same thing. You have the second worst kind of break anyone can experience. You'll need at least a year to recover, if not longer. You can't put weight on your right leg for 3 months. No bending, no twisting. Even after 3 months, it's a very slow process. And that's the part that's eating me alive. Because before this, I was finally getting my life together. I was working on my health. I was eating right, doing CrossFit regularly, getting stronger, and finally meeting people and socializing. I had just gone back to college. I was finally building structure into my life after recently being diagnosed with ADHD. And now, it's all on hold. I can't work out. I can't leave the house unless it's the doctor's appointment. I can't do anything by myself. It feels like I lost everything I was working so hard to build. And even though my fiance's been super supportive through all of this and is taking care of me, I'm so angry at him. I told him, I warned him, I said, don't go, wait. And when I asked him why he just kept going, he said, I don't know. And that I don't know is still costing me an entire year of my life, and maybe more. and I'm the one who's paying for it every single day. So yeah, I just need to get this off my chest. I feel trapped in my own body. I feel like I'm grieving the life I could have had this year. I feel angry, sad, helpless, and I'm just trying to make sense of it all. But mostly, I just want my life back. I know this is temporary. I know I'll eventually recover. But maybe losing a year of my life, my sense of normalcy, and my peace of mind is really, really rough. If anyone has any advice on how I can work on this, or maybe even share some of their own experiences similar to this one, it would be graciously appreciated.
Graciously appreciated?
It would be greatly appreciated.
Well, I'm so sorry that happened to you, OP. I mean, I don't even know where to start because I'm just thinking so many different things. It does really suck that you're using a year. It really does. Okay, you were literally losing a year of your life. That sucks. You are valid in being fucking pissed. I mean, it was an accident, but you told your fiance not to go. Maybe it was like a reaction or something that he did go, but you took the brunt of the accident with all your injuries.
I'm glad you're alive.
I'm glad you're alive, and I'm glad all of your limbs are still attached.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's bad. It's bad. You have a bad break, but it could have been worse. And I know that that's not always something you want to hear when you're, like, healing from because it is horrible. It's a horrible situation. But I feel like Lion King when I say this. What's the quote they say? Like, you can learn from it, and I feel like you have physical therapists, you have doctors. Your physical therapist should have been able to get you a back brace.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah. And it's going to be like such a tough year because there's going to be times when like your friends are out doing shit and you're going to feel you might have a support system there, but you're probably going to feel fucking lonely. But I guess, like, try to make the most of it. Like, try to start knitting, do some crafts. Like, I feel like the more positive you are, like, not saying it would be easy to be positive in this situation, but the more, like, positive you are, the more, like, determination you have, the less, like, you're gonna feel this anger for a while. But obviously, it's, like, hard to not be stressed out. But the better you are to yourself, maybe try meditating. I don't know, like, I feel like your body will heal quicker if you are patient with yourself and maybe just like try to forgive. Maybe go to couples therapy. Like this is hard to forgive, and I feel like it might need professional counseling to forgive. Yeah.
I noticed that lately. I don't know what this new fear of other people driving, but like I am terrified. Like when Edwin's driving, I'm not saying he's a bad driver. He's probably one of the better drivers I've ever driven with. I'm pressing the imaginary brake. I'm like,
not being in control.
Are you gonna stop? Are you gonna stop? Are you gonna stop?
I feel like this is just an event in your life you're never gonna fucking. It's life-changing event. Like anxiety in the car. You're gonna be in bed for a year. You can't even put pressure on your leg for 3 months. Like. That definitely changes a person. Like, I don't know. I just feel horrible.
It's especially sad that she's, like, trying to, like, work out and make healthier decisions and then...
Just try to, like, keep seeing the light at the end of the tunnel because you'll get back to CrossFit. It's just life. You just never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
It's scary.
It is scary. And that's why I torture myself and I watch safety crashes with my car in it.
And that's why I don't leave the house.
So women, I guess, like, I try to sit far back because everything's made for men, and like the driver's seat in a car is made for men because when the airbag comes out, it can like hurt women. And do you know that kids, the reason they're not, one of the reasons they're not supposed to sit in the front seat until they're a certain weight and size is because they can get like decapitated by the airbag.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry for that depressing fucking story.
Yeah. Did you read that or did I?
What?
This one. You read it, right?
The one I just read?
Yeah, okay, that's you. Well, damn, guys, this episode went by faster than the other one.
Sorry we left it off on such a depressing note.
Do you have a happy thing that happened to you this week?
I changed my social security name back to my maiden name. I hate maiden. Maiden makes it seem so Old maiden.
I've got the milk maiden.
But I'm officially not my married name. Although the married name was very cute, but...
Your original last name I like more.
Ew.
What? I love your last name. It's so, like, I've never... My last name is so fucking common.
That's true. I guess there isn't a lot of my last name, but it also has the word... When you say my last name, it sounds like the word eggs in it. Whatever. Anyway.
Amanda's got her... All right, guys. Thanks for listening to Yapville, where we overshare and we don't care.
I did overshare. I said I did anal today. My mom's gonna listen to this.
Does she really listen?
She probably doesn't even know what a podcast is.
Well, if you do, Cindy, I love you. And...
We love you, all.
We love all of you, guys. And maybe by the time this episode comes out, I'll have those stickers made. I am paying $15 a month for Canva.
Oh my god.
I don't know why. I don't even use it. I need to cancel it. Anyways, we love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Instagram and other podcast platforms. And share with a friend. And we love you. And we will see you next Tuesday.